If you know me or you've been tuned in, then you know that I've been getting back into tattooing as of about 5 months ago. Now, I normally try to stay away from my own skin or any real skin because, to be quite frank, I need some work. I've been working on my shading a lot though recently, and there's this moth that I did probably about a couple months ago, and I wanted to do an ankh around it, and I had all these ideas, but you don't want to jump into these sorts of things, and I'm glad that I didn't, because the first idea was just to do an ankh with the solid moth, like in this picture right here, and eventually it evolved, and this is what I got on my skin, but I didn't have the ankh around it. And so I'm glad I waited to do the ankh because I had the idea that I could do the ankh in a cooler way. I wanted to do a negative space or a zero negative something, however you want to call it. Just a technique where you use the shading around the area to make the image. And so this is just me executing exactly that. Oh, such a fucking long-winded introduction. Oh, but here, you can watch me self-harm now, you fucking weirdo. I'm gonna go ahead and open this off camera. I'll show you the liner and everything before I get started on the process. As you can see, I fucking went 45 different times on the stencil, and it just, all the stencil paper, all that wreckage, look at that. This is the result of me trying to do a stencil. And then I wound up just doing it this way anyway. Just using the fucking, holy shit. Okay. Time to get started. Pouring up a little bit of that ink. This piece is weeks old, but I've been wanting to do this ankh for a fat minute. So here we are. Here we are, Mario. Yes, Luigi. Here we are. For shading, I can run about a 7 or a 6.5. Instantaneous bottom out. That's the question. Am I gonna do edges? Like really? What I'm doing is a negative space tattoo. So this is actually one of the easiest tattoos you could ever do, especially with a big ass shader like this 12 round shader, and like 2 millimeters, literally just 2 millimeters. So it's almost impossible to blow out. And literally all I'm doing is saturating it. So this is like the easiest work I'll ever do. I'm mostly just doing the first pass through because it's like, in a minute, I fully expect the stencil to have had somewhat disappeared. Cause I'm all in, you know. Oh, I bought him out again. No, Tyler. Yeah, it's time to wipe away all that ink that's piled up on top so I could see the part that I just did, but to be quite frank, I'ma just keep going, filing in these other little spots. Okay, and the whole center of this has to be done, so I may as well get this shit started. What if I practice my whip shading with this 12 round lining? I mean, it's just like a white spot, and I'm gonna completely saturate it. But it's nice to kind of get a chance to work on that little shading technique with a fucking magnum, 12 round magnum shader. Might as well fit it in where you can. It's just gonna take a long ass time.
I guess I'm gonna give it a little bit more on camera, and then I'm gonna just turn off the camera and really hit this shit with just the light. No. I'm gonna show you without showing my fucking balls. There we go. So I just tried to do a little outline of everything so that I don't have to work with the stencil anymore. And now I'm just gonna fucking pack this bitch, saturate it all with ink now that you can see the bricks. Because the stencil never wanted to fucking work out. Another round of ink. I almost spilled a bunch of this ink. Someone hasn't paid me back after like months and months and months. And it's like multiple people haven't. What the fuck are we doing? I wish I could like lay down and do this shit. There's never really commentary. God damn it. I gotta buy a new tattoo gun. It's kind of upsetting because I like pedal. But I guess I gotta purchase a fucking battery powered one. Now that the session's dragged on. This shit is bleeding. And I just smoked. It's raining like a bitch out there. I shaved, but there's these little white hairs. I'm a dude, but if I was a bitch, I could farm hella views. You could farm hella views doing thigh tattoos. My needle depth was way too fucking out there. I'm starting to feel that shit. Oh my god, that feels so much better. Dare I even say it feels good? Dare I say? Like 2 millimeters, just really shading, like whip shading. Two millimeters. Uh-oh, power's threatening to go out. I'm working on my stipple. At least on those outside points. Like the exterior lines. Exterior shading. Because it's all zero. I mean, I keep saying zero space, but it's actually called negative space. What? That's just dirty. Promise you that nigga doesn't want it. I promise you I'm gonna get better. I might not be shit right now, but I'm gonna get better. Even as far as the content creation, this shit is relatively unentertaining. This is me shading some shit. I can't commentate on the methodology much because I'm relatively intermediate. I'm a noob, really. I can tell you that for shading like this with the stroke that I have on this machine, shading like this with this sort of stroke, I could tell you you're gonna want to use like 2 millimeters, and with the 12 round magnum, you're gonna want to have 2 millimeters out on it. That's all I really know. I'm trying to get darker tones in the middle, and then as I go out, like I said, I'm doing this sort of business, like just to create some lighter tones on the outsides. I should just be working one area at a time, but I'm memeing around. Let me just work. Oh my goodness. Months apart. I didn't want to just jump into this tattoo. I wanted to get better at shading a little. I really have. I also bought some new shaders. I only had a 3.7 or 3.5 round liners, which are really great, but I wanted a bigger shader. I know a lot of artists, and I think that they would all agree it's worthwhile. All of it. My power's finna go out probably. I heard you get no bitches. I heard you can't believe. The greatest thing a nigga ever did was the pool noodle.
You know I miss you dearly. I love to spend just all my time with you. I do. While I held you tight